This is the Wandering Mic.
Welcome everyone to the Wandering Mic. Today I'm here with Mati. Hey.
Hi everyone.
How are you doing today?
Nice. It's my last day in Bundaberg. Then I will leave,
Yes.
so I'm feeling good. A little bit anxiety, but nice.
Yeah, it's always, well, I don't know how sad it is, but it's always a bit sad and also
Yeah,
like
exactly. It's like a 50-50.
one thing ends, another thing starts.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so happy in one hand. I can't wait to see a lot of new part in Australia up to the north, but in the other hand, I will miss the friends here and the vibe and yeah.
It's a week of change. Everyone's leaving this week.
Exactly. That's crazy. It's
gonna
time.
Yeah, a new cycle is gonna start.
Exactly.
New people, new energies.
So you will see. Maybe you will find someone better. New Italian team, new Italian crew.
Yeah, sadly there's not that many Italians coming in.
No?
There's like one or two, but not. I think we're just gonna be a Swedish hostel from now on.
So you will miss us for sure, 100%.
Of course.
In particular, my food. My eggs with eggs.
Yeah,
Real Italian dishes.
that looked really delicious yesterday. They're eggs with eggs. So you already told us now that you're from Italy.
Yes.
Anything else that you want to share with the people, just so they get like a little picture of who you are, what you're doing
Oh my
here in
God.
Australia?
What I'm doing here in Australia. So yeah, I said I'm from Italy, but I think everyone can hear from my accent because yeah, it's quite easily to guess. And my name is Matilde. I'm 20 years old. Oh my God, yeah, I turned 20 like 2 days ago, 10 October. So
Oh,
yeah, I'm feeling so old right now. I'm like a grandma, but that's okay. And yeah, I'm here in Australia traveling, trying to do a nomadic life because I'm tired to stay only in one place. I just want to go around, explore the world. Maybe something common, I don't know, but I would love to continue in this way.
so because I think I honestly don't know. You might have told me, but how long have you actually been in Australia? Like, how long have you already been here?
10 months right
10
now.
months.
Yeah, so I still have other 2 months left. And for that reason, I'm so excited to do a road trip from tomorrow because I want to explore other part of Australia. And then on December, we'll come back to Italy for a period of my time. I don't know how long I will stay. It's a big question right now. But I just want to know. I mean, I'm trying to ask myself what I want to do in my future. And it's difficult to choose only one way because I want to travel. I think it's just my life. I am a nomadic person, a little bit gypsy, we can say. All my life, I never felt in a home to belong to something. So I think it's just my way to live, just traveling around. But on the other hand, I want to keep doing my job. So maybe I just have to wait a little bit of time in Italy and then travel again. We will see. I don't know.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. I mean, I don't know your whole story in particular, but for me, it was always just like a feeling. Like, whenever I was young, and my parents also took us like travel, well, not really traveling, but vacationing a lot. So we
Cool.
like one time per year for sure, and most of the times 2 times a year we went either somewhere in Europe or
Cool.
also the United States. Like, they love to go to the
Like,
United States.
With a van? I mean, in Europe or just
Yeah, they had like a little like, you know, the VW buses. Like the yeah, not like not the hippie one, but the one model after that was a bit
Amazing.
more cornery. But
Okay.
yeah, they actually used it. I only remember like parts of it because they did it like since I was like super young.
Okay. Wow. Seems
They
like an
went
amazing.
to like Italy, like Spain, like
Cool.
France, you know, and just went to all the beaches with the bus or van or whatever you want to call it.
Wow.
And we camped there, and it was
Sounds like an
nice.
amazing childhood.
It was very nice.
Happy for you.
And so because of that, I always had that feeling of I just want to see like different things. I just similar to I think what you were saying, like just that feeling of I can't stay in a place. I think like obviously I did my school and everything in
Yeah.
Germany, but then afterwards I never stayed anywhere for longer than 3 years, and then
Wow.
I always had to move on.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, it's too difficult for me to think about myself in the same city, doing the same job, doing the same routine all day of my life till my hand. So yeah, it makes me feel really bad, and I just want to feel happy and keep going. But sometimes it's not easy to traveling because you have to find different type of job, and then you have to start a new routine, and then meet new friend, and then destroy everything and start a new job again in another city, and keep going, keep going. So it's not always easy, but it's nice.
Yeah, that's one aspect of the traveling that I think it is really interesting as well, because it is difficult. Like the easiest thing would be to just stay in one
Yeah.
place
Yeah.
and have like that stability and all that. But I feel like a common thing with, I mean, that's why we're all here. Like everyone kind of has the same mindset
Yeah.
regarding like travel and backpacking in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is that for some reason we need that challenge, you know,
It's
that
true.
stability is a bit, I don't know, I wouldn't even say boring. I don't know what the right word is, like, but it's
Mhm.
not really fulfilling, maybe,
Yeah.
the
I
stability.
just think we have like a fire inside and we feel like we need to keep going and see something else and feel in a different way. And yeah, it's nice. I can feel myself alive when I'm traveling. So it's really important.
But going on to that, do you did you ever have any, maybe here in your latest adventure in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
any challenges that you like can remember where you're like, oh, I learned something really important through this? Because I feel like traveling also, because of this, gives us the opportunity to learn more things quicker than we would at home, for example.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I started to traveling with my best friend, Nicole. I
Yeah.
think you're already in a podcast with
Yeah, she was on here, I think, two weeks ago.
And for me, at the beginning, it was quite challenging because I arrived in Melbourne, and now I can say I really loved the city. But at the beginning, for me, it was quite challenging because I was in a huge city full of people, and I was trying to do a new job, and I was cooking. And I know I'm Italian, so it's like a stereotype, but I'm really bad, and I don't know how to cook at all. So for me, it was really difficult to do a new job, and in a big city, in a different vibe from where I belong normally, because I love nature, I love quiet places. So it was a little bit, I don't know, an anxiety, and everything was new. And sometimes I had like a breakdown thinking about, for example, my career, because I used to work in a tattoo studio and I left it. I quit my job just for start traveling in Australia. And sometimes I was asking myself what I'm doing with my life. Maybe I just have to come back and continue my passion. And I'm here cooking some burritos. So yeah, it was difficult, but then I get that, yeah, I can be independent. I can learn how to survive by myself. And also now I'm without Nicole, my best friend.
Yeah.
So it's something really new for me because I used to travel a lot, but almost always with someone by my side. And now I'm alone. So it's good because now I know I can do it and I'm happy about it.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's a good thing to know, because maybe a lot of people don't get to know that,
Yeah.
because they always have people with, which obviously is a good thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's a nice thing to have your family and your friends and everyone with you, but then you might never know, oh, I can really do these things
Exactly.
completely alone.
Exactly. And now I know. So it's really
Exactly.
nice.
So one thing that I would love to talk about as well, and you just said it, like, you're gonna go back to Italy
Yeah.
to go back into working at the tattoo studio. So what made you initially be so fascinated with
Tattoo.
tattoos, drawing tattoos? I don't know
Okay.
which was first. Like, where's that creative in like fire for drawing
Okay.
and tattoo coming
Okay.
from?
So I didn't have a nice childhood. So my way to like feel better was for me take some paper, a pen, and try to do some sketches. And then everything was disappeared. I mean, it was just me and the sketches. So for me, it was really nice, a happy moment. And then let me think. I started to do, at the beginning, I was drawing a lot of animals.
Hmm.
Then I get like, I wasn't that good to do plant botanical stuff. So I was mad about it and I started drawing only botanical stuff. And now it's my tattoo style. I
Right.
do only botanical illustration actually. And yeah, every time I feel the urge to do some sketches, it's like the best time for me because it's just me and my drawing, and I can put down all my energy. I can put down all the bad moments or the good one also because I can feel like empty, and it's really good. And in particular, I started to do botanical illustration when I went out from my parents' house. I was 18 and I didn't feel good in that moment. So I was living in a random way with my ex-girlfriend. And yeah, during my good time, I was trying to do something nice with myself just for increase my mental health. And so I was drawing a lot. And then after years, when we broke up actually, I was like, okay, I want to like impress my botanical stuff. I want to do something more than paper work, you know. I want to impress something on people because it's something permanent and something beautiful because you can share energy, you can share a moment. And it's not just, you know, do a tattoo on someone's skin. It's just a feeling, a connection. And for me, it's really nice to connect with others. For me, it's really important. And so, yeah, I started in a tattoo studio. I was quite lucky because it's not too easy to find a job in a tattoo shop.
Yeah.
But I was drawing a lot since years. So I had already some friends and people in artistic world.
Right.
And so it was more easy for me because, you know, if you have some friend inside, you can.
If you have to connect.
Yeah.
So, yeah, actually, that is a very good point, because with a lot of artistic careers, like whatever it is, the hard thing, I think, is to actually make it a career, like make stable money out of it. Be it drawing
Yeah.
sketches, drawing portraits, or tattooing people. Like, it's not as straightforward. Like, you go to school for 3
Yeah.
years, and then you
It's
send
true.
applications. It's a bit more, yeah, like you said, you have to maybe know the people, you have to vibe with the people.
Yeah,
It's more
exactly.
about
You
like
can earn a lot of money, but maybe in a month you can do like zero.
as
So
well,
it
yeah.
depends. It's not too easy. But I really love the vibe. And for now, tattoos are getting common. So it's more easy to earn some money from tattoos. But I would love to extend my art in something also different because, yeah, why not? I'm thinking about it, what I can do with my botanical illustration. I don't know, we will see. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't want to just, you know, put my art in tattoos and that's it. I just want to explore, extend it.
you talked about the energy exchange as well,
Mhm.
which I imagine must be even like it must be stronger because you are basically putting it right on the
Yeah.
person's skin rather than
Yeah.
making a sketch. They look at it and they buy it. Like you really, like you put it on their skin. And I mean, I just got my first tattoo
I saw.
when
That's
we
nice.
went to Bali just before I came here. So I know from the receiving side, like it was a cool feeling, you know, because I've seen it, the image before, and I knew that I wanted to have it.
Okay. Yeah, like an
And
imprinting.
and then during the process, and you see it more and more come together because in the beginning
Yeah.
you don't even know like what's happening
Yeah, it's
here. Like,
true.
what is he doing on my
In
arm?
particular, for your first tattoo, it's everything new. So you are just like, okay, maybe it's painful, maybe not. Oh, what he's doing, what she's doing.
Exactly. And then when you see where it's actually going, you're just like, oh wow. And when it was done as well, I just like I embraced it. I was like, thank you so much. Like
Yeah.
this looks amazing. So um yeah, I guess I just want to know what does it feel like from the other side?
Oh,
Like what's the feeling
I
from
mean,
your side?
I'm first of all, I'm touching the person. So I'm, my hand is in your skin, so we have a connection. I can feel you. And if you, I don't know, if I'm putting some ink and your face is like full of pain, I can feel the pain. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, but I keep going. I'm trying to take care of you. I'm trying to help you to realize everything because also maybe you have some energy. Sometimes it's not just something painful because I'm tattooing you. Maybe you are trying to take off something from your mind. You are trying to realize your energy. So I always try to find a connection. And also sometimes people want to talk. Sometimes people just want to stay in silence, and it's totally fine for me. And so it's quite nice. You can understand better also the person you have in front of you and also understand why maybe he's getting this particular tattoo.
Right.
And also, I'm so proud because if someone asks a tattoo, one of my sketches, is something special, and I feel so grateful and so happy. Yeah, my heart's always melt. So, yeah.
Um it might be a very stupid question. Just um but yeah, just because I know the way I did it in Bali, it was probably not the way it always goes because my friend who like he already has a lot of tattoos and
Okay.
he wanted to get one, and that's when I like we went to yoga, and then after
Okay.
yoga
Cool.
class he came to me like, you can kind of see myself getting like the one I got now with the Buddha meditating, Om's sign, like all these things. And he basically he the day before already went through the whole island and was looking at the tattoo studios, and he
Okay.
found like the one where he would want to do it. And he basically told me that their English isn't that perfect. So what he's doing is now with AI as well. Like he just made an
Okay.
AI sketch. Like
Oh
he
my
was saying,
God.
I want this, and like he made a sketch, and then he gave that to the artist, and he's like, yeah, I can do that. So that's basically what I did
Oh,
with my tattoo.
crazy.
So yeah, I guess the stupid question is, how does it usually go? Like, do the people like, do you have book with your sketches where they
Right.
can choose, or is it someone comes in, oh, I want a cat on a tree? Like, how does it work?
So I have, of course, a sketchbook with all my sketches, but of course, if someone wants a modification or something different, I'm always open to listen what they want. But for sure, I have my style. So if people ask me a tattoo, mm, not always, but almost always, it's something from my sketchbook.
Right.
But yeah, of course, sometimes I do all with different tattoos, or yeah, sometimes people arrive with something from Pinterest and ask me to do it, but we have to change it because it's like a rule. You can do something that someone else already have, so we try to do something different.
Right.
little details or something, but
Mm.
it's important, I think, because everyone is special, everyone is different, so we don't want to copy someone else.
That actually makes a lot of sense. It needs to be like unique, as we all are
Yeah.
unique. Like the
Yeah.
tattoo should also be.
Also, I'm doing like my full body. I'm doing a bodysuit. So I know it's a long process to create like something permanent. And sometimes you have to think really careful what you want because, yeah, it's permanent. So
Yeah.
even if it's something little or even if it's a bodysuit, like in my case, I think it's really important to be in touch with yourself and understand if it's the right moment for doing a tattoo and why you're doing it. And I mean, if you're happy to do something random, because maybe it's a random moment of your life is perfect. I have random tattoos. But if you're not sure, well, it's important to think about it. Also, the place, because in your body, I mean, because if you're doing a job, maybe you can't get a future because you have, I don't know, a tattoo on your neck or in your face or in your hand. So it's really important to think about it. I know our society sucks sometimes, but it's still true. So
It's it's kind of nice to hear you say that as well, though, because like it sucks.
yeah,
You shouldn't have to think about these
I
things,
know.
but in our society, you have to think about these things.
Yeah.
So I think it's super cool that you like tell the people and you're like kind of be like, just be aware,
Yeah,
like,
sure. Because it's really nice to be like an outcaster. Don't give a fuck about the society and everything. But then during the years, something can change or you can feel uncomfortable with yourself. Sometimes it's not easy for me to have use tattoos because people are maybe judging you or staring at you so bad in some places.
right.
And I mean, I know it's my choice, so for me it's totally fine. But sometimes maybe you wake up insecure because I don't know, you don't feel good at the mirror, and you went out and someone is staring at you because you have a big huge tattoo, and so maybe it's uncomfortable. Or if you're not sure about your career and then you get a big tattoo, I know it's not fair that society is so judgy, but it's still a big stigma. So it's important to think about it.
Right. And the other thing, as you mentioned, with you doing your bodysuit,
Yeah.
because that's actually also something, because I was like, yeah, this is gonna be my only tattoo, I don't have tattoos, so I'm gonna do this because I feel like you said, like it was the right place, it was
Right, my friend.
the right feeling, and I knew exactly what I wanted.
Mhm.
So it was kind of like, yeah. And now the more that I look at it, it's
You
like,
want another?
what? Not, I mean, in a sense, but also not really because I can't figure out what. So I'm not gonna like you said, like not gonna get anything random. But like, do you or did you when you started the bodysuit, like did you have in mind the end result? Do you know exactly? Because that's kind of what you said. You have to think like
Yeah.
what's gonna come after.
So I'm quite lucky because a lot of people do a lot of little tattoo or random tattoo, and then they're like, oh, I wish I did a bodysuit, and then they have to do a big cover up, a huge cover up. And for me, from the first moment, I was already sure about what I wanted, the style. So I started with my arm and I did a full black, is a blackout, the name. And then I was like, I don't know what I want. I mean, I still don't have the idea of what I want in particular. For example, in December, I will do all my back and still don't know about the design. I just know it will be huge and black.
Right.
So I'm just keeping my skin clean to do the right tattoo.
Mhm.
So I started with my left arm, like, oh my God, maybe 8 years ago. And I was already sure about do a full black project. So I'm just taking my time because it's also very painful. And
Yeah.
yeah, you need a lot of effort for doing it. So
So, how long did the left arm actually take?
Mm, the black part, probably 8-9 hours in a row, yeah.
Wow, that sounds insane.
Yeah, sometimes I do also 2 sessions in 2 days. So it's like 2 days in a row, 8 hours, and then 8 hours
Mm.
again. So it's a long process and really painful. And you have to feel like it's the right moment, because if you're not feeling good with yourself, you're not prepared for this kind of pain. Because, in my point of view, it's like a big, huge meditation, or like, oh my God, I lost the word even if in Italian. Is I lost the word. I will tell you. Um,
Like I don't know the
I
word, but
mean,
I feel like I know what you're talking about. Like, gives you time to think about things.
yeah, it's like a process where you are fighting with yourself, you're fighting with the pain, you're fighting with your feelings. It's a ritual. Okay, ritual. It's like a ritual with yourself, and so you have to be prepared.
Yeah, especially if you're doing it for,
Exactly.
because mine took, I think, 2.5, and I was very happy when it was over.
That's really nice.
So it works.
Because, some part of your body are more painful than other. So sometimes, oh, it's really terrible. I'm struggling a lot. And then I'm happy at the end.
Yeah, once it's done, and you can also you see the result.
Yeah. Sometimes people are asking if I am like a masochist, but I don't like the pain. I just like the process. I like to become the person I want to be. That's it. I don't like the pain.
That, that's a good way of putting it. Um, so one thing that you said about your art and also about yourself,
Yeah.
like you're doing mostly botanic
Mhm.
stuff, so plants
Yeah.
and maybe mushrooms. I don't.
Yeah.
Um, I'm just guessing, but so you always had that connection with nature, or did that come to you during your life? How was that?
I think I always had this kind of connection. I always felt I belong to like motherhood. I know it sounds really hippie, but it's true. I really love nature. I really love to be in touch with trees. I'm the kind of person that try to hug trees. Yeah, it makes me feel really happy. Also because uh, I love people. I love humans. But sometimes I just like to lie down under a tree and feel, all the little noises of the nature, and close my eyes, and that's it. So I really love it. Yeah.
So when you create your sketches, um, what is the main thing that you focus on? Do you focus on, like, for example, the optics, just how beautiful it is? Do you focus about the feeling that you had when you were in
Okay.
nature?
At the beginning, I have to check on Google because I'm doing botanical illustration. So it's something about science. So I have to check, for example, the leaf, or how I have to do some stuff in a science way.
Right.
And then I just close everything. Lately, I'm not using my pencil because I am in rush when I have to do a sketch. So just starting with my pen, and I don't know, I just do some line and that's it. And then I create something. It's totally random.
Right. Yeah. I feel like that's the best kind of art, though, is the thing that just comes to us.
Yeah, I think so. And
Is that what happened yesterday when you were just drawing blueberries
yeah,
on Eleanor?
it's true. Well, I used to work, and now I can say I used to work in a blueberry farm. So we were like, okay, we have to, you know, put our pain in your body. You have to feel it. You have to watch for another time blueberries, and then you can wash your hand. You can wash everything, and with the soap, and that's it. Then it's gone. Then you can breathe again.
Nice.
So yeah, sometimes people think like tattoos are just something cool or something nice. For sure, I like the way they look. Of course, it's true. But from my point of view, art, tattoos, everything that express yourself is something that spread also your energy. So can spread something good, can spread something nice. For me, it's like a way to survive of my feeling, of my thoughts, and I can let everything go then. When I do a tattoo is always in a phase of my life when I realize something and then I have to let the feeling go. So I do something in my skin, something painful that can let the other feelings go away. So it's always in a different phase. Always for a different reason. Maybe for you too, for your tattoo. I don't know.
Yeah. The way you describe it makes a lot of sense because actually my ex-girlfriend in Portugal, like just after we gotten together, like she got a new tattoo
Okay.
because so we met at work and she actually quit her job and because she couldn't deal with the stress and everything.
Okay.
And then she got a tattoo of like a person, like it was like a voodoo doll,
Okay.
and it had like a lot of like sticks into the
Okay.
voodoo doll. So I guess what I'm trying to ask is, to me, that didn't sound like a tattoo that like was reflecting a lot of positive
Okay.
energy, but maybe it is again something like you said to process the
Yeah.
pain. Like you
Use
put
that
it
as
in,
everything.
you put it into something on your body, and then that helps you.
Yeah, it's like therapy.
Yeah, no, but it is, right?
Yeah, in a way, we can say it's therapy. For me, it is.
Because I mean that wasn't the case for this tattoo for me, so I'm just guessing at the feeling, but I suppose that's what, like that's why she got it, because
Yeah,
that's the way she felt at the time, and then
it makes sense.
she needed an outlet.
Maybe we should just go to therapy. But I think I will keep going to do some body modification on my body. And then maybe I will start to do therapy again. I don't know.
Um, but the other question I wanted to ask, and probably didn't happen for you because like you're doing like your botanical stuff, so
Yeah.
I don't know if there, but just because you said that part about, with our tattoos, we can like put out positive energy and all these things. Like, was there ever like a person who got a tattoo and you felt like what you're getting here is not putting out positive energy and you didn't feel like doing the tattoo?
Let me think about it. Well, anyway, if someone is putting out some bad energy, doesn't mean I don't have to do a tattoo on this person because maybe he or she deserve it, he need it. So maybe, oh my God, right now I don't know. I think most of the time, no, everyone was in a good way. Maybe it happened to me with myself sometimes. While I was tattooing myself, maybe my friend was tattooing me, and while he was doing something, I was feeling bad, thinking maybe about my past, or I was trying to process some trauma. So then I was sad, and I was spreading for sure sadness or
Mm,
bad energy. But then everything was like in a cycle, everything was changing in a good way.
right.
So I don't know. I have to think about it.
No, yeah, I don't really know what example I was thinking of, but
Okay.
I just feel
Thank
like
you.
maybe there is some things where you feel uncomfortable as an artist to like put some things on a body.
Sometime, one time one girl came to me and she asked me to do like a cover up,
Hmm.
and she showed me her tattoo, and she had like a swastika.
Right.
So it was really a strange moment for me because I was like, well, why you did it
Mm.
on your skin? You know, it's something really bad. And there are nice swastika, like the Indian one, is not something about Nazism, but
Right.
she's got the one of Nazism. So I was really uncomfortable in that moment, also because she was with her boyfriend, and he was like a kind of Nazi. Because in Italy, my city is like 30 minutes from the city of Mussolini, where he used to
Right.
live. So a lot of people are still conservative with close-minded.
Mm.
And he came inside the tattoo studio with her, and he was like, "You have to you have to do a tattoo for her, just because you're a woman, so you can touch her." The other tattoo artist was a man, and so I was feeling so bad because I don't want to do it only because I'm a woman, so I can touch your girl. What the fuck? And
Yeah.
also, I'm a lesbian, so I was feeling like if, for example, he will know about my sexuality, maybe he will come back in the tattoo studio and he will punch me because I touched his
And then it's
woman. What the fuck? So I was
mm,
feeling uncomfortable with this kind of person. Yeah.
that. Yeah. I guess it was still like a kind of good story because she came to cover it up, right? So
Yeah, but she was still with this type of person and with a close mentality, so I don't know.
the whole
Yeah. I'm happy for her for the cover up, but the vibe wasn't good at all, honestly.
Um. So you talked about your nomadic lifestyle.
Yeah.
Um. Is that also something that you combine with like the connectedness to nature? Because you mentioned like coming into Melbourne, you said big cities. I'm not usually like I want to be like closer to nature or um I guess before we go there, because you just mentioned also the city or village that you grew up. Like,
Yeah.
what was where you grew up? Was that a big city? Was it a small village?
No, not small village, but not a huge city. Like a city, I would say.
Right.
And yeah, I used to, unfortunately, go in a close-minded city. And then I went out from my parents' house at 18 because unfortunately they were homophobic and very close-minded. My parents are two police officers. I'm the opposite. They would have, I don't know. Yeah, I'm really different from their perspective. So I just went out and I was without a job, without a house. So I started traveling. And I stayed in some hippie community, so in the middle of the nature.
Mm.
And for me, it's kind of home. I don't feel I belong to a place in particular right now. But when I go in a hippie community in the middle of nowhere, I always feel a little bit home. So yeah, it's really nice for me. And also before coming in Australia, I was thinking like, okay, I will do a road trip. I will buy a van with my best friend. We will travel living in the van. And then I arrived in Melbourne, and I was in a big city without a van, full of people, full of gray everywhere. It's really like, what I'm doing. But at the end, it was really nice. Also, Melbourne is a really nice city.
So I also think that I don't know. Maybe you told me, but maybe I forgot.
All right, no
But
worries. In case
is it,
somebody, I always talk a lot. So
is that basically what you're trying to get done now? Like, are you gonna get a van now
Now
for
we
the
have
trip?
one. Yeah, now we have a camper,
Right.
but I would like to like buy one. Now we rent one,
Mm.
but it makes sense because I will see also other 2 months in Australia, so it makes no sense to buy a van and then sell it again and maybe buy
Yeah.
another. So it's okay. But I'm quite excited. Finally, my dream at the beginning from 10 months ago.
Now you, because I guess the thing that comes with the van, it's not only about the van, but with the van
The freedom.
comes exactly. You're flexible to basically just stop wherever you want.
Exactly. You can wake up, I don't know, in front of the ocean. You can wake up in the middle of the road.
Fully dark.
No.
You wake
Hopefully,
up-
finger crossed. Finger crossed. So yeah, I'm kind of excited. Finally.
So do you think in the future, wherever you're gonna be in the future, maybe in Europe, maybe not, you're gonna buy a van?
I would
just-
love to have a van.
Yeah.
And also, I would love to do nomadic life with my van and maybe do some tattoos inside the van.
Nice.
It would be so nice just traveling.
I mean, we already talked about how difficult it is for you to do any tattooing in Australia.
Yeah, also it's illegal for me right now because I don't have the Australian license.
Because of all the certification
Yeah.
and stuff that you need. But in general, like, that is a thing that you can do wherever you go, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that's a beautiful thing. You can take the skill with you and just
Yeah.
people wherever you meet them, like you can provide the service wherever. So
I would love to. But first of all, I have to start again to drive in the right side because now in Australia I'm driving in the left and everything is in the opposite. So when I will come back to Europe, it will be so strange for me. Also because I got my drive license like 2 years ago.
Oh, right.
So it's something new. And then I came here in Australia. I don't know how to drive actually.
That's right. But yeah, I mean, I already have my license now for 13 years.
Wow.
It's so old. Wow. Because I got it when I was 17. Like, you were able to
17.
to get it back then when you were 17.
Okay.
And then before you turn 18, you could just drive with your parents next to you.
Oh,
And then
okay.
once you turn 18, you can just.
Wow, you did well. I didn't because I was procrastinated everything, like always in my life. So I was like, I will do. Then I was just around without my parents or someone that could teach me.
Right.
So I was just waiting and waiting, and but then I did it. 2 years ago, I took it.
That's what matters.
I'm not a good driver anyway. No, I really don't like it. I like the van. I like to drive. So maybe I should like find another girlfriend. So she can ride.
Someone else can drive.
Yeah, exactly. And I can stay just like a passenger princess.
Good job, babe.
Playing an ukulele.
Yeah.
But no, I'm totally alone right now, so I have to drive.
Where? Where? Yeah. Yeah. So I come van.
Well,
Why did we
what?
start
What
saying?
were you talking about?
No, yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens because I'm going home for Christmas as well.
Oh, okay.
I actually just booked my flights yesterday.
So before Christmas.
Yeah, because I made the decision like a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, to just go back after 2 years to see everyone again.
Okay. Okay.
And then after Christmas, I'm gonna come back and do my second year.
Okay, but like straight away after Christmas or?
I'm gonna be home for 2 months.
Okay.
I'm gonna go because my dad's birthday is in February.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back on the 1st of March.
Okay, nice. That's good.
So, yeah.
Are you ready for Germany again?
I don't know. I don't know how ready I am for the cold. It's gonna be freezing because it's in December. So like
Oh my God,
coldest.
it's true. No. How? Maybe I know how to say snow in German. Schnee.
There you go.
Got it. Rotipete and Kartoffeln. And that's it. I ended my vocabulary now.
So funny that you know Dictator.
I don't know. Because I was
That's the
in
first word you said to me in German.
I was in a hippie community in the border of France and Germany. And they were all talk only in German. And so I was helping like in the kitchen just for doing something. And I remember like the chef, we can call it chef, he was like, "Can you pass me the rotepete?" And I'm like, sad.
Right.
Now it's always in my head, rotepete, rotepete.
Yeah, I guess that it's also an interesting thing that because I know we already talked about it a bit off camera, but
Okay.
the communities that you lived in, like the ones where you're, because I think you said as well, like it's different communities as well. Some is like really connected to nature,
Yeah.
some they do bring in some outside
Yeah.
stuff, some may have electricity and stuff
Exactly.
like that. But did you feel, or how did it feel different to live like with less of the modern stuff surrounded?
Okay. Well, mm, for me, it's kind of normal because also I'm doing backpacking around the world. So sometimes
Right.
I live in a bad condition. I'm doing a lot of work away and stuff. So sometimes you have just to adapt. So it was kind of the same in EP community. For me, it's quite normal to like, I don't know, do the shower with the um, water of the rain.
Mm,
So it was cool, like in a huge container.
right.
And it's really nice for me, but I think sometimes we need to like see the world. I mean, if you live in a community, it's nice, but then it's just an ecosystem, is all inside, and sometimes can be too close. And also another conservative way to live. Everything is inside. You talk only with the people inside the community. You eat and you do the stuff inside. So I think it's nice and it's totally okay to not have big stuff or electricity, etc. But it's also nice to go out and see the society, see the world, and communicate with others, with other mentalities.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it can be a good and a bad thing
Yeah.
because
exactly.
if it truly is good ideas in the community, you hear good ideas, but you also never hear any other ideas. So you
Exactly.
never really, there's no way for you to innovate or expand.
Exactly. Also, some people are also close-minded in EP community. I mean, not everyone is open and everything. Or maybe I
Right.
can agree with you sometimes of some topics. Sometimes I have another point of view. So it's really nice to, expand our
Yeah.
yeah. And something, for example, I really don't like about some communities is like some people think like uh, they are conservative about the body. I mean, there is like a male and there is female, and there is male energy, there is female energy, and they have to, stay together and combine. And for example, in my point of view, I don't feel like a woman. I feel like a person. Maybe a little bit difficult to explain it, but yeah, I don't feel like a woman or with a woman energy. And so sometimes I don't agree with like those two different way of see the world, just woman and man and energy and this energy, and they can connect, but they are separate. I don't think so, from my point of view.
So, in your opinion, do you think that you have both energies, or is it just all the same energy?
Okay, I try to explain because it's also difficult in Italian.
Right. Right.
um, from my point of view, I know like my body is. Mm, I mean, I I'm a woman aesthetically, but I don't like the way of society see women. So all the way we used to see woman is like, I don't know, women are so sensitive or they're fragile or
Right.
a little bit like that. And I really reject this kind of idea. So I can't feel a woman from the idea of society.
Mhm.
So during my life, I started to like, I don't know, felt bad about it. And I started to realize like, I don't feel like a man. I don't feel like a woman. I just feel like a human being, so like a person. And I think I have, yeah, maybe both energy, like a non-binary person, probably. So that's it. I don't care about being something. I just want to be me. But sometimes
Yeah.
people don't get it. And yeah, I know it's a little bit difficult to explain it, but I don't know.
I
That's
mean,
it.
I got what you were saying. I definitely understand. And mm, that's the thing with everything basically in life. I think the reason people get hung up on like sex is just because it's something
Hmm.
scientific and it is
Exactly.
something that is like straightforward. But at the end of the day, like that's everyone always wants to be just themselves. Like you
Exactly.
put it nicely. You said like I just want to be
Yeah.
myself.
Also, toxic masculinity is so bad for men too in this society. And so I don't want to talk about men or women. I just want to talk about person. You are a person too, from my point of view. And yeah, I just would like to everyone could express himself how they want, in the way they want.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it just comes back to, yeah, like you said, like all the biases, whatever they may be. Like we talked about, even with the tattoos, like aesthetic things. Like you
Yeah,
see a person and you think things just because of what they look like. It's like someone talks in a specific way and you think things
yeah,
just because like
exactly.
it's all these things like where people just and I mean I say people and I'm still working on that as well. You
Okay,
know, but I try to catch myself, you know, like every time
it's normal.
I do something and then afterwards I go, "Oh yeah, you did judge that person because of that." And then maybe
But
next time I don't, you
it's
know?
not your fault because we all live in a society. We grow up with certain way to act or think, and we learn how to survive in our society. So sometimes I also judge sometimes people without get it. I'm just like, oh, I'm thinking, and then oh, fuck, I did
Yeah.
it. Sorry. And I don't know. For example, people from Instagram or when they are just look staring at me, they think I'm aggressive or rude or with a bad attitude just because I wear, I don't know, baggy clothes and I'm full of tattoos. And then they talk
Mhm.
to me and then they realize I'm like a potato. I don't know. I got over and
Sure, right.
I really, no, I'm not this kind of person. And everyone always say the same to me. I was thinking you were, I thought you were, blah, blah. And then it's never true.
Yeah. And I guess that's a beautiful thing of life, which you only get to experience if, again, you talk to these people. If you talk to people that you at first might think I won't get along with, or even people they say some things that you don't agree with.
Yeah.
But I still feel like communicating with everyone. I mean, let me think of if I actually agree with that
Think
statement.
about it.
Because I also feel like some people, but maybe it's just you just need to find a way to talk to them. Because some people I do have a feeling like my energy is wasted. You know, I feel like with some people, like you can't have a productive
Yeah,
conversation
I
where
agree.
you can take something away from it.
Uh-huh.
But maybe it is just something I haven't learned yet. Maybe it isn't.
I think you have to protect yourself sometimes because it's nice to be kind. I always try to be kind with everyone because I don't know the other person how he's feeling, what their past, or you can know someone in the deep. But sometimes when you feel mm, there isn't like a nice exchange, you are just putting down some of your energy and the other person is just taking some energy and you're at the end feeling like empty,
Yeah.
not in a good way, empty in a bad way,
Yeah.
like with your battery down. Maybe it's the moment to just take your time and go away because you have to take care of yourself. Sometimes we think only about other people and the kindness we have to spread, but sometimes we have to become also with ourselves. So if someone is not the right person for you, it doesn't mean he's a bad person, but it's just not in the right energy with you. There isn't a good balance.
Yeah. And
Tell me your point of view. Yeah, I'm quick.
no, I mean, the thing is, I agree with you. It's just, it's, I feel like that's one of the big challenges in life because we are social beings. So, like humans, everything we do, and I mean, obviously, you can also, especially now with home office, and like you can try to just isolate yourself, but I really feel like that isn't bringing joy to yourself. Like in the long run, it's not going to be good to isolate yourself.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
I, and I know from experience that socializing gives you a lot of energy, you know, like it helps you in a lot of ways. Like it energizes you, it changes, like we said already in this talk, like it helps you with the way you think, it helps you get your brain up to like maybe you rethink some things, maybe
Yeah.
it structures differently. Um, so, and one of the, like, I don't have any one religion that I would say that I really like. I don't practice any religion.
Okay.
But I really find Buddhism very interesting. Like the points of Buddhism um, are really interesting to me, and they have this concept of just being completely like neutral towards every single person. And so it's kind of a thing that I'm thinking of if it is possible to just in every conversation be like unfazed
Yeah.
so that you yeah, you don't feel drained afterwards. So you but yeah, that's the question. Is that possible? Because at the end you have to put energy in every exchange. Like
Yeah, sure.
you can't like, okay, I'm talking to you now, but I don't invest. That's not how it works. Like when I talk to you, like I already invest, you know, the energy is already flowing.
Yeah, but you can always stop if you feel it's not good or maybe change your energy. I mean, maybe you were putting too much effort. Maybe you can just slow down a little bit. And then, you can socialize. You don't have to be alone and with your loneliness just because you don't have to put energy on people. It's not the point. You just have to find the right people for you. And sometimes it's normal to talk with people we don't like because, yeah, we live in a society, how we said before. But you just have to try to find the right way to live and your space. also you are the manager of the hostel, so I think it's not really easy to have your own space sometimes. But also for me, living in a hostel, I have to talk with
Yeah.
people. Maybe sometimes I don't have the energy and someone is talking with me. And so, I don't know, it's everything because of balance. Yeah, it's a way to feel with ourselves and understand how to spread ourselves out and try to communicate in the right way with everyone, with our limit. We are human. Sometimes we don't know how to do it, we don't know how to act.
Yeah. No, that's also something, like, no one's perfect. So,
Exactly. Oh my God, no, for sure I'm not.
and so even if you fail, like,
Yeah,
so what?
it happened. And then,
Just,
exactly, you can learn a lesson. Sometimes are nice lessons, sometimes are really difficult lessons to learn, but yeah, the universe, just the universe.
yeah, it's actually something that I just always feel like people say because I also believe that, like, everything happens for a reason, like the universe
Hmm.
brings you whatever you need at a certain time. And then people say, or some people have said to me, that this is like a very limiting belief because you put everything outside of your control. But for me, like, it's the exact
It's the
opposite.
opposite for me too.
Because something bad
For me
happens
too.
to me, and I just say, "Oh, it happens for a reason," so I
Yeah,
make something positive
I totally agree with
out
you.
of a bad thing.
Totally agree with you.
So for me, that puts it like fully in my control, you know?
I think for me it's the same because it's not just like, okay, the universe will do it. I can chill and wait.
Yeah,
The universe. No, it's the opposite. I have
exactly.
to, take control of myself. And if it's something bad happen, there is a reason. So I know it will be something good then. And it's always like this in my life. Every time I arrive at the end of my not social, of my battery, and I always have like huge problem, big situation. I struggle a lot, and then something beautiful always happen. So I really trust in the universe and in my path. We will see.
I feel like that's a good message to end.
Uh,
Because I've looked at the time and we've
Oh,
already talked for an
whoa!
hour.
What?
Time
So
time
EP
goes quick.
message for everyone.
Yeah, I don't even want to add anything. You said it. You said it perfectly. The good thing will come at the end. So
So repeat it. Mm.
if that's the only word my listeners will know from now on in German, I'm happy with that. Everyone just knows all the big thing.
Well, thank you, Mike, for your podcast.
Thank you, Matti. Thank you so much for doing it. Thank you for sitting down
Nice.
and sharing all your thoughts and experiences. It was fun.
Glad about it. For me too.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.